Professor Pallas here with the weekly wrap-up for NTD 420, Week 9 in Spring Semester 2020. Our class survey this week looked at your opinions on how genetics, biochemistry, and obesity work together, especially after reading chapters 4 and 5 in the Summerfield textbook. No one in the class at this point believes that genetics alone directs obesity, which is great. 3.85% of the class this semester are now finding that both genetics and biochemistry work together to inform a person's risk for obesity. And 96.15% of the class, after reading these chapters, find that genetics and biochemistry may influence a person's risk for obesity, but an individual can overcome or manage their weight status with diet, lifestyle, and exercise. This week we have a popular diets assignment due. This is a written paper. It is due Sunday, March 29th at 11:59 p.m. I have just uploaded an APA formatted template specifically for this assignment. You are not required to use the template, but if it makes it easier for you to write the paper, you're welcome to use it. It's APA formatted, and it does include sections and subsections that will make it easy for you to answer all of the questions that are part of this assignment. So let's take a look at what we learned this week in Week 9. In Week 9, we were really focusing on the fact that there's a relationship between storage fat, the brain, and a person's weight status. Eating behavior and weight are regulated by systems in the body. The hypothalamus is the feeding and satiety center of the brain. It's important to remember that adipose tissue, fat tissue, is an active endocrine organ. It secretes hormones, and hormones are chemical messengers. Leptin is one hormone that is secreted by the adipose tissue. This is actually a hormone that turns off the feeding signal, so it's one of the good ones. But it's very important to recognize that there's a relationship there between storage fat, the brain, and weight status. From a bigger perspective, it's important to begin to recognize that when a person is struggling with their weight, the person is not always completely to blame. There may be other systems at play, biochemical systems and genetic systems, that are influencing the person's weight status. However, regulating fat intake, regulating portion control, and incorporating regular physical activity into a person's lifestyle are keys that you can give that person to help them begin to regulate and stabilize their weight status. So what's up next? This week we have our popular diets assignment that's due Sunday night by 11:59 p.m. Next week we'll be talking about the specific role of physical activity and exercise and how that may influence weight status. And during week 13, we have our third and final quiz. I would encourage you to stay up to date with the readings and the videos, to complete the weekly class survey or poll, and to begin to work on that group project. If you have any questions, please reach out. Thank you so much for your time.